power.
48. 48's the money. Let's go.
Too quick, too quick.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete to
CeeDee Lamb, 77 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Cowboys 7, Seahawks 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
For a Seattle.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the left side. Carson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down.
4 yards. And that's good for another C.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. The give is to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
It's a gain of
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Cody Barton.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Prescott. Caught here by Bell. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
4 yards the pickup, first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that
And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Seahawks 10, Cowboys 7.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it. Yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Tackled at the 25.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Hey, CD, let's peer ahead to week 3 on the NFL slate. I'm looking down at the schedule here, seeing what catches my eye. How about the Rams at Buffalo? That's a pretty good game. A couple of 2-0 teams. Dallas at Seattle. What else do you have?
Well, how about Green Bay at New Orleans on Sunday night? We always talk about quarterback matchups that we'd love to see more of. You don't get to see very often Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and this could be the last time if Drew Brees indeed heads towards retirement after this season. And how about the one that's going to cap off the weekend? Kansas City at Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how big is that one, right? Because there are a number of us who think that this is a preview of the AFC Championship game. But I want to go back to one you mentioned, the Rams.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Man, I've seen that play.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackled at the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
from the shotgun. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That's good for us.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, CD, unfortunately some somber news across the league in Week 2 coming from New England Patriots running back James White because his parents were in a car crash and his father Tyrone, captain of the Miami-Dade Police Department, passed away in that accident, and his mother Lisa also sustained critical injuries. So it was obviously a tough one. James White did not play in the game on Sunday, but we did see the outpouring of support from around the National Football League and how this really is one big family.
Yeah, he was really embraced, as you mentioned, by the National Football League. We saw social posts from plenty of players around the league, including Tom Brady, former teammate of his with the New England Patriots. We saw an outpouring in terms of, other guys around the league. J.J. Watt, who played with him in college at Wisconsin. And not only that, how about his own teammates? Devin McCourty scored a touchdown against Seattle and ran up and told the camera, "Hey, 2-8, we're thinking about you. We love you." And the rest of the guys chimed in from there. And the Patriots organization offered to fly him home on the private jet. He stayed with his team, stayed in their embrace, and now he has to go and face the difficult task of saying goodbye to his dad and tending to his mom. But he's got plenty of support from around the league, from the Patriots, and, of course, his own family.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 43-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Third down here.
Brings up third.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson out to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, Charles, glancing back to Week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league, and the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers, losing Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas for the season. They also had Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert also leaving that game, but they were certainly not the only team affected.
And remember, they were already missing George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, right? Those guys didn't even play in that ball game. So this is a team. Richard Sherman, of course, is on IR. They've really struggled in the early going. How about the Giants losing the face of their team? And Saquon Barkley looks like an ACL, gone for the season. And Cortland Sutton also done for the season with an ACL with the Denver Broncos. Tough sledding right now. Remember, Drew Lock, the quarterback, also hurt his shoulder in the last ball game.
And then Christian McCaffrey, they're saying likely at least a month for him of being out with that high ankle sprain. I guess maybe, CD, this is a good year to have just that 3-week IR rather than the longer spell.
It certainly is, and when you can have guys who can return faster for you, and you know that really helps the team out in a big way. Unfortunately for the Colts, former first-round pick and safety, starting safety for them, Malik Hooker, the IR won't apply. He's gone for the season with a torn Achilles.
It's a gain of 35. Here's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jamal Adams there.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
1st and goal.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was taken.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown... Do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
The third quarter with the score.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 17. Cowboys 14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Down by Bobby Wagner.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
Amari Cooper, 55 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
He is good.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
17. Greg Zerline.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 24. Cowboys 21.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
He's tackled at the
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
1st down, Cowboys.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Gain of 2 yards. And it's
Prescott. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of balls.
He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Now Wilson going to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
Hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off. Drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the heel. Step on, spin, move, in zone, scope the sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. First and 15. A handoff left, Elliott. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. This is Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Room here to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
The ball carrier.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Call it No gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
6 yards. And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
A gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete.
Prescott's pass.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. L.J. Collier in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
on 3rd and 1, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Carson, the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that's good.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a give right side. Carson, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Cowboys nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for us.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we gone for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 4.
Prescott's pass intercept. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 34 yards there and a 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Carson, the 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Seahawks 21. Cowboys 7. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A give to Elliott running left. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 21. Cowboys 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
By the Cowboys.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brings up second and
on second down, Elliott powers through him. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On third down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
3-yard line.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On first down, it's Carson, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. The 30, and what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, he'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Anthony Brown on the tackle.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
48 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball,
There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 20.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
It's a pick.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Fighting through, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call VCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down, Cowboys.
A first down carry by Elliott. Pushing his way inside the 40. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Cowboys.
The ball carrier.
Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darian Thompson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
first down. Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
27.
Prescott now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Mike 48. Check tight.
To throw again is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 45, Cowboys 27. Jason Myers to
and after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Dallas.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He knocks him back, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Cowboys get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got Lockett. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Wilson's pass.
Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line.
He was taken.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
On the stop.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
At the 4-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the delay, here's Carson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Gain of 7. It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
45. Cowboys 34.